Hello guys, this is Brooks Beard with Think and Bank, your credit mentor, Mr. I Do Mortgages. And I want to talk to you guys about why I prefer to use credit cards over debit cards. And there's three reasons why. The first one is I like to use credit cards to get cash rewards and travel reward points. Okay. So, basically what I do is I pay my bills and do all my normal transactions like I normally would on a day-to-day basis on my credit card. And I make sure I pay my credit card balance off at the due date. Okay, so I'm not charged any interest. And as I'm doing that, specific transactions, I'm actually getting cash rewards back for those transactions. Or I'm getting travel reward points so I can use those points to travel across the world, do the things I want to do. And I travel a lot, so it's definitely a benefit. So whether you do it for cash rewards or travel reward points, it's definitely a huge benefit for you spending money on the day-to-day things you're going to spend money on anyway. But again, you just have to be disciplined to pay it off at that due date. Okay, you just got to be disciplined to do that. And you can use this as to your advantage. Okay, one of the second reasons I use credit over debit cards is because let's say you have to dispute something. Okay, a disputed transaction, whatever the case may be. And, with the debit card, that money is going to come out right away. So let's say you use your debit card, the money came out right away. Now it's drafted out. Okay. With the credit card, it's basically charged via credit. So it hasn't been taken out of your cash or your money in your bank. It's just a credit transaction on your credit card. Okay. So now if you go back to dispute that transaction, you still got access to your personal cash, okay, that you have in the bank. And it doesn't affect your day-to-day routine because it's on credit, okay? And the next reason I like to utilize credit cards over debit cards is what we call leverage, okay? And I'm gonna kind of use this as an example. I have a event planning business, right? So basically, I'm just gonna kind of give you guys a little strategy to use. For all the event bookings, the venues, the expenses that we have for that event, we use credit. All right. And then once we start having the event, we start selling tickets and we start getting money for the event, we use the dollars that we're making from the event to pay off the credit card. Okay. So once the event is over with, we use the proceeds to pay off the credit card. And then we basically put the profits in the bank or we pay ourselves. And we never have to touch our personal money because we're leveraging credit. And then in order to book a new venue in the future, we use a credit card to book the event, not our personal proceeds or profits from all the events that we've had. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. Those are three ways I use credit cards. Let's just do a recap. Number one, I use it for cash rewards and travel rewards points. Number two is for disputing transactions. It's easier to do it if it's via credit or versus debit because the money has already been taken out of your account if you use your debit card. And then three, we leverage it for business purposes or whatever the case may be in that regard. So I hope this was super helpful for you guys, and I will see you in the next video.